Hello, and welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your #1 pit stop for all things Eurovision this year. And as I sit here in this cold flat in Manchester, it is finally that time that I can react to the UK's entry for Eurovision 2025. That's right, in the world's worst kept secret known to man, today we finally found out that Remember Monday will be representing the UK at Eurovision.
I was in pure shock.
But the song is called What the Hell Just Happened, and it premiered on Radio 2 this morning at the time of me recording this video. And as you can imagine, I am so excited to react to this. I love to be patriotic, I love to stand behind my entries, but only if they're good. I'll always be impartial. If they're not good, I'll tell you just the same as they are any other country. The UK are coming off the back of two not so great results from I Wrote a Song and Dizzy, but as you can see, I still stand with May Muller and I still stand with Dizzy. Love both of those songs, so maybe I'm not the best to judge what a good UK song is, and I'm excited to see what we do with a girl band at Eurovision. We don't see them often. Will we be remembering Monday on Saturday night? But before we do react, you know the drill by now, I am going to politely remind you to subscribe to this channel. We're making our way towards the end of the song reveals thick and fast at this point, and I am garnering a lovely amount of supporters. We're heading nicely towards the 900 realm, and I'd love to make it there by the time I hit Basel in May. So if you want to join me along for a camp all time, we've always got a cup of tea or a shake in hand, and we love to be silly on this channel. So if that's what you like the sound of, give this channel a subscribe, give the video a like, hit the bell for notifications, and come and join me. I bloody love you. You won't regret it. But I've been waiting for what feels like forever to hear this song because, I mean, let's be real, we knew Remember Monday were representing us for like the last 2 months now. So I'm about to find out what the hell just happened with our entry as I react to the song What the Hell Just Happened. Let's hit play. A drunk hangover anthem. Is this song going to keep me on my toes if tempo changes? I've heard this bit from the teaser and colour me intrigued, to be honest. This is kind of giving me Chapel Ruin teas at this point. I'm liking the energy of this so far. It's got kind of like an 80s campness to it, but brought into a modern age. Okay, we are getting a lot of tempo changes. This song structurally is all over the place. I mean, you just get into one thing and then the tempo changes again, but it's exciting, which is something that people criticise the UK for a lot. I can't work out if I find it disjointed yet or whether I'm loving the differentiations in tempo changes and styles. I'm liking the production of the verses more than anything else. The way they're selling this in the music video is giving me something from like Six the Musical or just a musical in general. I don't know if I'm loving this. I love its individual parts, but it does feel a bit disjointed. I like the harmonies. I hope the harmonies are good live. That's a big selling point for this. Okay, wow, I feel like I have a lot of thoughts from that. And with all of the different tempo key changes and song structural randomness, you kind of are left feeling what the hell just happened. And I guess all of that does describe a hangover. One minute you feel anxious, the next minute you're remembering something amazing that happened. The messiness of it is meant to reflect the lyricism, and I definitely understand that choice. I think there are ways to do that in better ways though. I'm thinking of, you know, like Xenomania, the way that they produce like a Girls Aloud song, but even just a song like The Code from Nemo last year. There are ways to merge different styles and different approaches in one song in a way that makes sense. And in this, at times, I feel like it doesn't make sense, and I feel like it gets in the way of you really getting into the song. Just when you're about to get your teeth into it, and my toe was tapping to the verses, then it would suddenly change again, and then I'd get used to that, and then the chorus would hit in with a different tempo change, and I felt like it just kind of stops you fully getting into the groove of it. But I do think this is in like my upper half of the entries so far because it really does conjure a reaction out of you. But it's one thing that people criticise about the UK is that we often send things that are a bit bland or you're not going to remember them. This definitely sticks in your head and it definitely creates a first impression because it is bold in what it goes for. It really doesn't take it light on the first listen, and I like that it takes chances, and I have to applaud the United Kingdom for that. And if they can pull this together on stage, there is a way that this all could make sense, but I do think on first listen there will be quite a lot of people out there being like, what is going on? But there are definite plus points to this. I mean, vocally, they sell it very well. I know that all three of them are musical theatre girlies, and I can hear that inspiration in this. I said at one point, this sounds like something that would have come from like Six. They also sold that with their faces, and I definitely believe that they could handle some fun staging. I believe they could move around with their theatre experience and not lose their breath like poor May Muller. I think there are bits that give me like Chapel Rowan teas, and I think there's a certain level of it that I'm like, this is actually current. I could imagine listening to this. It is a fun pop song, and I definitely want to hear it more. I'm not going away from this being like, that's annoying, I never want to hear it again. I actually am like, I need to hear that a second, a third, and a fourth time, and I need to understand that. And I think when it clicks, I'll really love this. But if the vocals can all come together, sonically, it is a very interesting song. And I can see something that the jury will latch onto. I don't think it's so crazy that it alienates the jury, and it will just require the staging to be top notch. And if the vocals are top notch and the staging is top notch, I definitely think there is some quality for the jury to latch onto here. You either love it or you hate it. And I'd rather us do that than send something beige, but there is the risk that many will hate this. So it's hard to say how it will do. My gut instinct is we probably will be right hand side of the board again, but I take no shame in this. I do like this, but with qualms. That being said, I definitely will have what the hell just happened in my head for the rest of the day. So there is definitely a hook to latch onto at the very least, and it's recap memorable, I believe. So those are my opinions. I'm adorned in red, white and blue, and I'm somewhat supporting our entry, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you from the UK and ready to fly the flag for Remember Monday in Basel? Or are you just left thinking what the hell just happened and you want to forget this? Do let me know down below. What are UK's chances at Eurovision 2025? I'm praying they may be good for once, but honestly, who the fuck knows at this point? I think I'm just gonna have to pretend I'm from Finland for yet another year. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Sending love to you all out there in the UK. If you're watching me, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. That does bring me to the end of this video though, so ta-ra, good night, farewell, and most importantly for us, good luck.